Priyanka, we're going to play a small game. Okay, so you have to take these three objects and you have to weave a story with these three objects as to why they are there. Or it can be your creativity, whatever it is, and you're going to speak for a minute. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, about the books that you read, right? What were the books?
Hmm. Okay, so these days I love to read self-help book. That's why I read You Become What You Want. And that is by Rakesh Kudwani. I just started reading book. I ordered it from Flipkart. And I think it's been 2 days.
Very good, very good. And how far along have you come in reading this book? Did
I
you
have
finish it?
completed, I think, 4 or 5 chapters
Very
so
good,
far.
very good. Okay. So, Priyanka, so far, the 1 month session that you have been consistently taking, right? It's definitely showing in the way you're speaking because you're able to speak very smoothly without using a lot of filler words like or that is, or certain words are there, right, that people say. So, it's nice that you are able to continuously keep the conversation flowing. We have some. Hello, Priyanka. How was your day?
Yeah, my day was great. It went smoothly and productive, I can say. I woke up early morning, hit the gym, then I had my breakfast. Now it's time to spend with myself. So now I start conversation with you. So that's how
Very,
I my day. What about
very.
you? How was your day? What did you do today?
Oh, my day was good, Priyanka. Just like you, I woke up, had my breakfast, and now I'm ready to work. And I'm really excited for our session today. So,
Hmm.
Priyanka, tell me, how long has it been since you've had the sessions?
I am new. I think it's been a 1 month, almost 1 month.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so Priyanka, tell me more about what do you have next to you right now in present? Like, what is right next to you at this moment? When you're talking to me, what is next to you at this moment? Any three objects that you can think of that is right next to you.
Okay. So now I just got a time from the kitchen. So
Okay.
now my room is so messy, even though I was supposed to keep it clean everything and organize everything. Even I always love to keep everything at proper place. But
Yeah.
as I had a call and I forgot today. To be honest, I just forget. Then suddenly I got this message and then just I came and
You
attend.
got the message. You got the message. Did
Yeah.
you get yeah, you got the message?
Yeah, I got the message.
You
Hmm.
got the message. Very good. So Priyanka, is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a short exercise to assess how much your progress has been for this 1 month. Okay, so
Sure.
just yeah. So like I asked initially, just don't think too much. Pick out any three objects that's right next to you. It can be your phone, it can be a notepad, it can be anything. Just pick three objects, quick.
Okay. So first thing is that is next to me is my water bottle that is
Okay.
putting on the night.
Okay.
Okay. And second thing is that my messy bed sheet cover
Okay.
and sheets and all.
Okay.
And third thing is that yeah, I read some books this morning. So
Okay.
my book
You
was
read. You read some books,
yeah,
right?
I read
So
some.
because when we say read, read is present tense, but then you read it before, now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you say read. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Very good. Yeah.
So this morning I read books. So that was also on the bed.
Very good. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, Priyanka. We're going to play a small game. Okay, so you have to take these three objects and you have to weave a story with these three objects as to why they are there. Or it can be your creativity, whatever it is, and you're going to speak for a minute. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect. So start telling me, Priyanka, why are all these three objects right next to you at the moment?
Sure. Okay, so whenever I go to sleep, I never forget my water bottle because
Mhm.
whenever I feel thirsty, so I can't go to the kitchen and take water from there. So it's very easy for me to take water whenever I keep next to me. That's why I always make sure to keep water bottle with me. And as this is a morning, and that's why my bed is so messy because I was caught up with a lot of clothes and all, and that's the reason. And third thing is that as I have a book here, books, some books are here. So I read this book this morning, and that's why it's here. Listen.
No, that's completely fine. It's that even with English, right? You can practice it if you have people next to you, even if it's just kids, right? Kids are great people to start a conversation with because they never stop talking, right? So you can definitely, practice whatever you get from the sessions with them. So it's always fun to have an active environment, and it's really nice that you have one as well. Okay, so coming back to our session, so yeah, you were saying about the books that you read, right? What were the books?
Hmm. Okay, so these days I love to read self-help book. That's why I read You Become What You Want. And that is by Rakesh Kudwani. I just started reading book. I ordered it from Flipkart. And I think it's been 2 days.
Very good, very good. And how far along have you come in reading this book? Did
I
you
have
finish it?
I think 4 or 5 chapters
Very
so
good,
far.
very good. Okay. So, Priyanka, so far, the 1 month session that you have been consistently taking, right? It's definitely showing in the way you're speaking because you're able to speak very smoothly without using a lot of filler words like or that is, or, certain words are there, right, that people say. So, it's nice that you are able to continuously keep the conversation flowing. We have some areas where we can work on, which is the pronunciation of certain words. Okay,
Hmm.
so something that you can do for that is maybe uh, when you're reading, right, try reading out loud. Do you do that when you're reading? Do you read it out loud?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
I
very
do.
good, keep going.
Sometimes,
Yeah,
sometimes even it disturb people who are around me, but I
yeah.
read loud.
No problem, don't worry about that, keep going. What you're doing is really good. When you're reading it out loud, no, you get this feeling that, oh, am I pronouncing this right? Correct.
Hmm.
So then what you can do is you can go to Google and you can search for the pronunciation of that word and see if you can get it right. Okay, that is something that you can do. And what you
Hmm.
can do is, just besides reading it out loud, maybe you can record what you're reading and replay it so that you can see where, maybe there are areas where you can work on your pronunciation and stuff. So that's just a minor thing that we can sort of polish up. Besides that, there is nothing wrong with the way you are able to keep a conversation flowing, which is really good. So yeah, let's just keep talking. All right, so let's just do some practice. Priyanka, tell me about what you had for breakfast. Go ahead.
Okay. What is in my breakfast, right?
Yeah, today what did you have for breakfast?
Okay. Today I had a vermicelli. That is one of my favorite breakfast. Usually
Mm-hmm.
I eat poha or a breakfast or upma. So upma is a kind of breakfast that I think no one, like only some people likes it. I have seen, like in my family, some people like upma, some people don't like. Even sometimes I also like once in a week, but poha and vermicelli that we can go for every day. So today I ate vermicelli with his sprouts and some fruits. So these are my breakfast. What's your
Very
breakfast?
good, very good. My breakfast, so I come from a state called Kerala. So over here we have our own native food, right? So today I had something called appam. It's a fermented rice dish that you eat
Mhm.
with either non-veg or veg, depending on what the curry is. So yeah, that was my breakfast.
I think fermented rice I have heard a lot. It's very healthy,
Yeah,
but I have never
yeah,
tried it. I think you
yeah.
keep it overnight. How do you
Yeah,
prepare?
we prep the dough or the day before, and then you add yeast into it. You can do it in two ways. You can either add toddy, which is very commonly available over here, or you can do it with yeast. Both of them does the fermentation, and the next day you can steam it up. There's this pot that you have in which you apply the dough, and then you roll it a little bit. It's this it looks like it's a vessel, so it's a vessel that's very inclined, so you can just cook it up and then you can have it with whatever you want. So yeah, it's a very sugary breakfast. So yeah, the sweet
Okay,
dish. Yeah.
I'll search on a Google how to prepare this process.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah,
yeah,
I am UP, so I have never tried it, but I have seen several times people say it's
yeah.
very sweet
Yeah,
these
it's
days.
it's very healthy, but depends on how much sugar you're putting into it. Over here, you just put a couple of tablespoons, but then there are people who like it without sugar as well. So if it's better if you can eat it without the sugar, because the sugar with the fermentation might not work well for everyone, especially for the. So you should definitely try it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a good dish. Yeah.
Okay, I have one question for you. As I
Mm-hmm.
have realized you speak very well, your pronunciation, intonation, pace, the way you are speaking, everything is amazing. missing. Right. So
Yeah,
what is
yeah.
the secret behind that? How you
Um,
Hmm.
Priyanka, I think it all comes down to the frequency with which you speak to people, correct? I come from a place where I have that option or opportunity to speak with people in English. And it comes with practice only. It's not like you read about something or you read about grammar and instantly you're fluent in English. It doesn't work like that. You need someone to talk to so that you can polish it up. Because what happens is we tend to think in our native language, right?
Mhm.
So the first thing that comes out of our mouths when we are starting a conversation is obviously our native language. So it's very hard for us to switch to English, but it comes with practice. When you have people who speak that language with you, which is why I suggested that if you have people, do you have people that speak the language with you?
I'm in Hyderabad and here everyone speak very well English.
Very
So
good.
whenever
So
I meet someone, so they speak English with me and I also speak English with them. Even after shifting here, I get this confidence to talk in a real life situation, right?
okay. So you got the confidence, correct? Because get is the present tense and got is the past tense, correct? So yeah, it
Mm.
comes with practice and comes with talking to people that already know the language. And since you have that space with you, right? I would say go ahead. Just don't think too much while you're speaking the language. Okay. Just don't focus on whether or not what you're saying is right or what you're saying is wrong. Just say it with confidence and then it comes out naturally. Okay,
Mm.
because there are only very minor areas where you need to work on the language. Besides that, you are speaking pretty fluent English. You can focus on the grammar part and the tense part. The tense, as in, like we just said, no, get and got, that difference. So when you talk about something that happened in the past, right, that's something that is over, you use the past tense, right? So I
I know the
yeah,
rule.
yeah, yeah, very good. So the thing is, again, like I said, it's all here, but what happens is when we are speaking it out, no, it doesn't come. So it comes with
Exactly.
practice only. So just keep that in mind while speaking, but just don't think too much about speaking. Go ahead. It only comes gradually. You need to give it that space and make sure that you involve a couple of English words in your native speaking as well. Even if you are speaking in your native language, no, something that you can try doing is maybe say, okay, say a part of the sentence in your native language and add a little bit of English words in that. Make it a practice to inculcate
Mm.
English in your life a bit, because the more often you speak the language, the more easily you master it. Okay, it's that simple.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
so once the yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, I agree with you. Now I want to know one thing. Suppose we as a human being we are used to use very simple words, right? Means
Yeah,
like
yeah,
happy, sad,
yeah.
important. So these are very basic words and we know
Mm-hmm.
a lot of alternate, but while speaking usually use common word. Then how can I use more advanced word while speaking with someone?
Okay, a good exercise that you can do is learn, challenge yourself. Okay, learn a new adjective every day. So instead of saying that something looks good, you can say that's a fantastical view, right?
Mm.
So fantastical is a word, and keep incorporating it into different sentences. So say that okay, this book is a fantastical read. So learn a word every day that is a bit fancier than what you would normally use. So to say,
Yeah.
okay, right, I took a walk. Instead of that, you can say I went out and did so and so. So just make sure that you find a couple of words that are a bit fancier than your normal usage and try to incorporate that into your daily language. Okay, a good
Mm.
example of that would be uh, superstitious. Okay, so superstition is a word that means it's something that's make believe, that's not there, but people are believing it, right? So you can say this movie feels very superstitious. So
Yeah.
that's a new word that you're incorporating into your daily language. Now, so what this does is it helps you retain that word in your memory. At the same time too, when you increase that frequent usage, no, eventually it comes out naturally. Okay,
Mm.
so try learning a fancier adjective every day and try to incorporate it into your daily language. Okay, initially it will seem a little off because that won't be the first thing that comes into your mind, but once you get used to saying it, it will be good. Okay, you should give it
Mm.
a try. Actually, right
Exactly.
now, once the session hangs up, go ahead and just look for an adjective that you can use today. Yeah.
And I have noticed sometimes it happened with me whenever I want to use any new vocab or any new idioms, then I forget my next sentence. Sometimes
Uh-huh.
it happens
But
with
you
me.
don't need to use it all the time. Just rather than focusing on phrases, just make it simple. Just keep it simple. If our brain can't, because our brain can't process a lot of things at the same time, right? It's
Hmm.
not like, okay, you read a passage and you summarize it or memorize it at that instant. No, it takes time. So what you can do is just focus on one word a day. You focus on one
Exactly.
word a day and you try to incorporate that word that day. Okay. And then the next day you pick up another word. So what happens is unconsciously that word gets stored here. So it
Hmm.
will come out eventually. You, after a few weeks of doing this practice, eventually when you're speaking, that word will come out. Just consider it as an experiment. Once this session is done, you start it today. Okay. Anyways, you'll be having more sessions to come, right? And just you wait and see how much of your way of speaking just changes with that. It's a very simple exercise, but it tricks your brain into retaining that word. So yeah, give it a try. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So according to you, what is more important? Using of fancy word or expressing our thought? Just use a basic vocab, but express your thought more clearly. So which one is more important?
I think, Priyanka, English as a language, right, is something that you can mold according to the situation. You don't always need to use fancy words to express what you're feeling, correct? Sometimes you're just having a normal conversation with a friend, so you don't need to use something fancy. But at the same time, if you are going to a professional space where you are working, right, that requires a certain way of speaking, correct? So it comes down to the situation where you are using English, because the language itself changes depending on that situation, right? Sometimes you're talking to kids. You can't use that same way of speaking when you're talking to an adult, correct? So that's how it
Exactly.
is. So something that you can do is make sure that whatever you're saying is not exaggerated and keep it simple and on point. Because people lose focus when you keep talking about something for a long time, right? Because not everybody can retain that correctly. So make sure that whatever you're saying, just keep it short and simple and comfortable. You don't need to learn fancy words. You can just keep it
Mhm.
simple as long as you say what you want to say clearly and it is on point. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can say it depends to the situation, right? Like if I'm
Exactly,
talking to a
exactly.
kid or
Yeah,
environment does matter.
yeah,
So
yeah. So if you are struggling with ways to start conversations in certain situations, for example, you're visiting a cafe and you want to order, right? So you can't,
yes,
so we don't normally say like, okay, see, this is what I want. You say, hi, excuse me, is this on the menu? So there is a gradual transitioning, right? But at the same time, if you're going for an interview, it'll be like, you'll start with pleasantries. You'll say, good morning, sir or ma'am. And then you'll be like, this is my name, so and so, and you start with an introduction. So that's a different pattern. So maybe what you can do is try searching more about situational phrases that are very commonly there, and maybe try to incorporate that gradually. Just don't, start everything today and, get it all mixed up. Take baby
can
steps, one step at a time. And eventually, once you're comfortable, for now, what you can do is, like we initially discussed, you focus on learning one word every day, which is a bit fancier than what you would normally use. And then once you get that sort of transition from a basic English speaking to a bit more advanced, you focus on these pleasantries and stock phrases, which can come in handy. Okay. They call stock phrases, so try researching upon it once you get comfortable with the language. And yeah, maybe if you can, try to incorporate some of those into your daily sessions as well. So since you have people that talk in English, right, it's very easy for you. Just go out, start, or even if you're texting as well, try sending more of voiceovers than texts.
Mm.
Okay, because
Exactly. Yeah, even
yeah.
same. Sometimes I have noticed whenever I write something, so that time it's very easy, right? But whenever
Mhm.
I try to speak, so somewhere I feel like here I get stuck.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it
that's
will
the thing.
require
Because
this.
when you're texting, you have that option where you can edit what you're writing. At the same
Mm.
time, too, texting is easier because you use a lot of abbreviations. Abbreviations means you're shortening whatever you're saying into a couple of letters. So once you use all of that, it's easier. But when you're speaking, it takes the patience, it takes the vocabulary and everything. So try sending more of voiceovers rather than relying on text. Focus more on calls rather than text. So these are some ways in which you can improve your spoken English. But so far, Priyanka, I would say that 1 month progress is definitely showing. You are speaking pretty good English. It's just that, like I said, even now I make mistakes sometimes when I'm saying some words. So that is something that will be there lifelong, but we can, try to make sure that we make that mistakes minimal. And something that maybe you can work on is, Priyanka, using words like all the time. Okay, when we are, see, that's called a filler word. So when we are stuck with something, right? We say, so for example, I said right now, correct? That's a filler
Yeah,
word. Yeah, it slips out sometimes. So what you can do is you can make sure that that word is very minimal, because when people hear it all the time, it can sort of, yeah. So words like this, right, like,
mm-hmm.
just as. So all of these filler words is something that we can avoid. But like I said, baby steps, one step at a time. Focus on making sure that you can keep that transition from a basic English speaking to a bit more advanced level, and then you focus on working on all of these, and maybe in a few months you'll be good in no time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything more that you would like to know, or a feedback or an exercise that you would like to practice for today? Anything else that you would want to know?
Definitely. I have a lot to share with you, but I think our time is
No problem. I think we have about 5 more minutes. If you want to talk, go ahead, shoot. We
hmm,
can keep the conversation going. Yeah.
okay. So, are
Mhm.
you into a book? Do you love reading book?
Yeah, I do, but I don't read self-help books a lot. I lean more on fiction, because
Hmm.
what better
Yeah.
way to escape reality than through books, correct?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it
What kind
helps.
of
Yeah.
if you want to recommend someone to read book in a
Mhm.
on self-help, so which book do you want to recommend?
I do not read a lot of self-help books, but definitely do check out some of the Pulitzer Prize winners this year. They have an amazing collection. You know what Pulitzer Prize is, right? It's
Mhm.
this literary prize that is given, like Nobel Prize, correct?
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like Nobel Prize. It's a prize that's given for literary authors. So you try checking the Pulitzer Prize list of this year's. They have some pretty good reads in that. There are a few self-help books over there. So that's good, because that's the best quality literature. It's a little bit trickier because the language that they're using is not common language, but yeah, it's a good challenge, no? If you're taking it, just check out the Pulitzer Prize shortlists for this year. It's a fun selection. Yeah.
Okay, so as I have talked to you, but I don't know anything about you. So can I know a little bit about you?
Oh, absolutely. So, Priyanka, my name is Selina. I began my journey with English in schooling. Obviously, yes, we all learned the language till 12th, right? But I did my UG in literature. So that had a lot of reading and talking and teaching and everything. And that's how this sort of began. And then eventually, with training and a couple of sessions, here I am in front of you. And I am a Malayali. I'm from Kerala. So, yeah, like I said, appam. Yeah, that's what we
Okay.
eat here. So that's pretty much about me. I am a student and I work. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As much as knowledge as you can gain with the time that you have, correct? So
Ah,
yeah,
okay,
that's
so what
pretty
are you
much
doing
it.
now? Are you in post-graduation or graduation? What are you doing?
I'm about to finish my post graduation. So after that, maybe I might pursue teaching professionally. As of now, I'm still doing my training and learning. But yeah, once that's done, yeah, that's
Great
pretty
to
much
hear that.
about me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was fun talking to you, and I'm really glad that you have such evident progress that is shown or seen in the way that you speak, which is really nice. So yeah, keep going. Don't burden yourself with learning everything at once. Just take baby steps and make sure that you can feel that progress. If you don't feel that progress, regardless of whoever you are having the next session with, just open up like you did in this meeting, which helped
Mm,
me and which helped you as well. Because Priyanka, even at this point, I am learning with you. Correct. It's
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're both learning from each other. So yeah, keep
Mm,
doing what you're doing. What you're doing is perfectly nice. Just add in a little bit of knowledge gaining with that, and you'll be fluent in no time. So yeah, it was fun talking to you, Priyanka. See you
same here.
in the
Same
next
here.
session.
I
Bye
also
bye.
really enjoyed with you. Okay,
Yeah,
bye-bye.
yeah. Bye bye. Bye. Take care.